Tonight, Dallas firefighters are still investigating what sparked this fire in Redbird yesterday afternoon. It was so large the fire could be seen for miles, with some witnesses reporting seeing it as far north as Plano.
Yeah, we just learned the city flagged this property 2 years before the fire. Neighbors told Brittany Moncrief it was an issue waiting to ignite.
I heard a loud bang, like a bomb.
Beyond county lines.
Tell my wife, I said, I hope that's not over there where our house is at.
You could see the smoke. And on Barstow Boulevard,
Too close to the comfort, yeah, I would say.
in Oak Cliff's Redbird area.
I'm just curious about what the smoke gonna do to the neighborhood.
Because for years,
I called it the Sanford & Son house.
neighbors like Sean say this home had nothing but junk.
It had a tarp on the roof.
She didn't want to show her face on camera, but says when she saw this fire Sunday evening,
I was like, finally, because that house was an eyesore.
Dallas Fire Rescue says the fire started in the house, collapsing the roof, and spread into the backyard where there were scrapyard items, including trailers and tires.
That's all you saw was the smoke and them trying their best to put it out. And you heard the fires and the tires pop.
Thankfully, no one was hurt. One person with knowledge of the concerns at this property says it's been a problem.
There's been some concerns regarding just a bunch of illegal activity there.
Dallas Code Compliance tells us their most recent activity before the fire was in 2024 for mow, clean, tire removal, and code concern service requests, which have all been closed.
It's been at least 2 years since somebody's actually checked up on this place.
I don't expect the city to do anything, truthfully, because why would you? It's been there for years like that.
And after a dark cloud like this,
They need to just tear that house down. I mean, it looks the same. It looks almost the same from what it was before.
residents hope the city's response will be quicker to avoid getting to this point. In Oak Cliff, I'm Brittany Moncrief.
Right now, police are searching for a missing 18-year-old girl last seen in Rowlett. Take a good look at your screen. This is Camila Fuentes. She was last seen in Rowlett last Thursday afternoon, but her car was found in a parking lot in North Garland. She's about 5 feet 6 inches tall, has black hair and brown eyes. Police are asking anyone with information about Camila Fuentes to please contact them immediately.
Police just identified the suspect accused of stealing an ambulance in Fort Worth and driving it all the way to Austin. Investigators say Benjamin Collins lived in Fort Worth and stole the ambulance from Station 4 right off Mansfield Road. Texas DPS spotted him in Austin, but say Collins refused to pull over and started ramming other cars on the upper deck of I-35. A DPS trooper opened fire and killed him.
Now to a live look inside a data center discussion underway in Westlake. The proposed site sits off of Highway 377 near the city's border with Keller. It has caused a tremendous backlash with residents in both cities. Now a Tarrant County judge is stepping in. Brittany Costello is just outside that meeting. What's happening right now, Brittany?
Well, as you mentioned, that judge is intervening and asking the town, or forcing the town, to hold off on any action regarding this project. Despite that, the meeting is ongoing tonight. Now, we've heard from residents who were out here to speak about this project. They want Westlake to slow down. They want this to be paused to allow for more discussion on this item. Now, it is standing room only inside council chambers behind me. More than 30 people signed up to speak tonight, including a Keller City Council member vowing to fight this. Now, Westlake publicly announced the project weeks ago. It's planned to go up on Highway 377 right next to Keller city limits. Westlake says that land is zoned industrial, that this project fits the plan the community envisioned for that space. The meeting tonight was supposed to be about an agreement between the town and the data center developer, something that would set in place certain requirements like screening and landscaping. It's unclear with the TRO where that stands. Keller residents say they feel blindsided. The closest home would be several hundred feet from the data center. And while Westlake claims talks have been going on for more than a year, residents are asking tonight why they weren't involved in that process.
Unless they're sending pigeons and birds to send messages, they know how to communicate. Like, you can look up our addresses online. You don't have to know me personally to send out this info.
We get the need for them, but we just don't understand why you're going to pack them basically within 200 feet of the backyard of some of those residents.
We'd like for them to move it. Just move it.
Now, in the last couple of seconds, we've seen people leave the meeting. We're told that Westlake Town Council has moved into an executive session. Now, prior to this break, they had not mentioned the TRO, so it's unclear where that stands. The city of Keller says it plans to stand with its residents. We'll stay here and continue to monitor what comes of this. Back to you.
All right, a lot of different aspects with this story. Thanks for breaking it down, Brittany. And now to an update on the deadly explosion at the Clyde Apartments in Oak Cliff. It's been months since that blast, and nearly everyone living next door has been forced to move. We've confirmed that all but one resident has moved out of the Bonnie Apartments next door. Earlier this month, they got a letter saying the building was unsafe and unusable and were initially only given 3 days' notice to leave. City leaders and attorneys worked with the landlord to get that deadline extended through the end of this month. Officials in Dallas tell us they're working with several nonprofits right now to find them a safe place to stay by Friday.
Now to Hutchins, we've just learned the ICE detention center that was planned in that city in Dallas County has been purchased by PepsiCo instead. The property owner's Majestic Realty Company were contacted in January about selling the building to the Department of Homeland Security. There were plans to convert it to a detention center that would have held 9,500 residents. However, after protests and outcries across the city, Majestic Realty turned down the offer. I spoke with Hutchins Mayor Mario Vasquez this afternoon. He told me he's grateful, writing in part, "I'm happy this warehouse will be built for something that will benefit the city."